Area lovers, or eat mush, Armour Pants here. Gonna have videos for you tonight. What's this about? What's this about, Armoured? This is about M7, Unsung Hero, which is sort of like it's a tank you see very often in the old Tier 5, the old M7 American Tier 5 tank. But anyway, I thought I'd just introduce it to you and show you a bit of gameplay. This is a mastery game. Now, I sort of drifted into this tank arbitrarily, if I could use that word, because arbitrarily, wow, interesting word, a lot of syllables. So yeah, it's quite interesting, isn't it? But anyway, I don't know how to spell it, but anyway, let's not get worried about that. This is audio, isn't it? I don't have to spell it. So yeah, it's a fantastic tank. It's underutilized, I think, and I kind of drifted into it because I like the M4, and then I just thought, sure, I'll just try the M7. Now, it's sort of a bit Kim Kardashian in the way that it has an unusual arse, but it's oddly attractive, you know? Kind of like an insect you see scuttling across the floor when you go on holiday somewhere foreign, like Greece or something like that, you know? You know, you don't really know, should you stamp on it and squash its head, or should you just watch it scuttle off into that crack of the floor tiles there underneath the toilet? So, and most of the time you just let it scuttle off, don't you? But you can see the old tank, it is pretty good. It has fuck all armour, by the way. Fuck all armour except for that Manta. But it's small, it's very fast, it has a pretty good gun. And how I use it is, right, I use it for peekaboo, I use it for circle of death, but I also use it for sniping a bit as well. And that's why I've loaded up the old equipment that way. So you use the refiled gun and all that, so that you can get the old shots from distance, you know. Everybody likes a shot from distance, don't they? Except porn stars, probably. But they like it close up and kind of in the face. But that's what they get paid for, isn't it? But anyway, I digress. We're talking about tanks here, right? So, yeah, so this tank, if you just have a quick... By the way, I'm looking on Blitzhanger here. So you look at the old tactics. Peekaboo, it's good for hit and run, good for certainly good for... They say average, but that's actually good for, because they don't give really anything good in this, to be honest with you. They're very hard taskmasters, like my history teacher, Mr. Scott. But anyway, long range sniping, they say it's not recommended, but if you load up the gun as I has loads up, it does work. It does work indeed. Now, this tank is very fast, very mobile. I've mastered it a few times, and it's great fun to play with. So if you like playing lights or meds, I definitely recommend this tank. So anyway, here, by the way, this is the first time I've actually been able to do the equipment without fucking around with fucking spare parts and shit like that. Spare parts, so long, thanks for the fish, go fuck yourself. So you see there, I got a shitload of credits, almost 30 million credits, so you can fucking load up whatever the fuck you like. So I've loaded up this way, right? So I've loaded up to get a faster reload, but then I've got refiled going and all that, so I get the long range distance shots, because the tank is fast and manoeuvrable if you can circle that with its normal parameters than to need the extras. Plus, because it has a short muzzle gun, you do need those if you want to snipe from distance. So anyways, here we go, let's rock, right? By the way, the music at the start there was the original soundtrack from Warcraft. It's called The Horde, which is the intro. And it's pretty cool, isn't it? Now, I decided that to go this way, just to have a look around. I just looked at the south, and just fuck off this way, so why not? The rest of them are like monkey trying to fuck a doorknob. We don't really know what they're trying to do. But anyway, you can see here that I'm up over 60 kilometers an hour. This tank can fucking move. Like, I'm staying with the leopard here. What I decided to do is, I said to go up here like a fucking meerkat and spot, don't I? So, whoop, fuck, get the fuck out of the way there, Armoured. Just tracked him, fuck, oh, but you see how manoeuvrable it is, even in reverse, she is very manoeuvrable. Might have an arse like Kim Kardashian, but far more manoeuvrable than her, far more flexible. I heard Kanye West was complaining about her lack of flexibility, amongst other things. But then very few women can actually hold a champagne glass between the butt cracks of their arse. I'm not really sure if that is a skill for the betterment of humanity, but she can do it somehow. Bit of a phantom shot there, but you can see how manoeuvrable it is. It also has pretty good gun depression, as you saw there from the stats. Blitzhanger's got 8 degrees of gun depression, which is not bad at all. So I'm just, to be honest with you, I kind of make a balls out at the start of this game. I often do that, by the way. I'm a poor starter, Probably why I didn't have a girlfriend for many years. I'm not great at the old foreplay, but once we get into the old, I'm not great at that either, to be honest with you. I don't know who I'm kidding here, and I don't know why I'm using that as an analogy. But anyway, what I decided to do is, we're sort of at a bit of a disadvantage here because the Reds have pretty good positions. So what I've done is I've decided to come up here and I'm fucking up their shit big style. I'm like, you're throwing the best house party ever. And then like your big brother or sister comes back and they're like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm going to tell mom and dad and all this. Fuck off. So I'm the big sister here. I'm hiding behind this fucking house here and I'm fucking up all sorts of shit because they can all kind of get a bead on me, but nobody can actually really hit me. And I kind of be able to put in shots on them. And like this tank has a pretty good gun, pretty decent. So that sort of really fucked up their shit there. Now I'm moving across here. Now this tank, as I said, don't have much armour now, to be honest with you. It really doesn't, It's like going shoplifting wearing just a pair of knickers. But because the tank is so fast, and it does have that mantlet, if you move, and you move like a bastard, you can actually bounce some shots, as you saw I did there. Plus, like something like a Leo, which is normally fearless against medium tank because it just fucking shreds your armour. He saw me coming, he's like, holy fucking shit. It's like Schubert at a brothel. He's very afraid of getting herpes. I don't know if you know that story about Schubert. I'll just fill you in there just so you know the historical context. Will he kill this leopard? Schubert, he wasn't great with loud ladies, I have to say. See there now, I used the manoeuvrability, and by the way, I do have a bit of frontal armour, so that leopard thought he was going to fuck me up, but oh no, my friend, you're not familiar with the M7. I'm 3 more than an M4, and you got all 3 of them up the arsehole. So there you go. So it does have a bit of frontal armour, by the way, and it has that unusual there Kim Kardashian arse there sticking out the back of her hair, and that can bounce a few shots for you too, by the way, just like she can bounce champagne glasses. Now, anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, Schubert, yeah. So Schubert, when he was 27 years old, but by the way, at the time that he lived, that was quite old, he was still a virgin, so his mates for 27 birthday, so he'd take him out to a brawl. So he brought him to a brawl, got his end away, lovely jubilee, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, bam, herpes, got herpes, syphilis, dead within a few months. Which is why his number 7 symphony is unfinished, because he got herpes, or syphilis, or one of them, and died. So, yeah. How was that related to this game? What the fuck was I talking about? How was that related to this game? I've gone out on a tangent there. Oh yeah, so yeah. I've completely forgotten. Maybe you can tell me what I was talking about in the comment section. But anyway, damn fine game, huh? And damn fine tank. Get it. Job done. Bam. Syphilis. Or herpes. Whichever.